This is why I said that I'm not really sure of me being in a video is a smart idea, because nobody really wants to talk about it. And then when I'll be the only one that stick my nose out, F it. You know what? Let's pause it. Let's pause it. Somebody have to start it.
Ever since I did the video on the shenanigans that it's happening over at the website of the Slovakian Arm Wrestling Federation, I reached out to Filip Hritz and heard his side of the story, so you can use this information as you like and make your own mind up. So without further ado, enjoy this video. Yep, I was a bit curious with this whole mess because you did mention that he was only saying a short version of the story. Can you please give us the whole story about that, if you want to run through it?
Yeah, okay. So the thing is, at first I didn't want to comment under the Ivan's post, because Ivan told me that he's gonna be writing about like stuff that is happening here in Slovakia. So I was like, okay, because I don't mind, like, the shit already happening, so I don't really mind him posting it. And then he posted it, but he posted in like a really shortened version, like principally, what's the word? You know what I mean, right? So it's still the same thing, but it was really shortened. Yeah. So I didn't comment under it because it was still like the message of the post was still the same, but the details were a little different. Because Ivan wrote on in his post that I guess he posted that I got fined for competing in arm bars, right? So the whole story was that, but it started months before that, because we went to the competition in Hungary, and so we went there with my friend Martin, and we competed in our classes. We won our classes, right? And then like 30 minutes after the competition, we have messages from our association, right? Like, we want pictures of you with the medals, and we are congratulating you. Yeah, we want to post this accomplishment on our website, right? So we sent everything. They congratulate us. 2 or 3 days go by, right? I'm in the work like now, and I got an email, right? Like, and I'm paraphrasing right now because I don't have the email in front of me, but basically it was like, we are giving you 7 days to give your statement of why you went to that competition without asking for permission from our association. If you don't give your statement, the committee will decide of your punishment without your statement. So basically, they like gave me 7 days to like explain why I went there without asking their permission, right? So my answer to that, I sent them email like, if I receive on my bank account in 7 days the money that equates to for the trip and for the starting fee, then I will think of giving you my statement. Because here's the thing, here in Slovakia is, so we have a team, we have like a representation team. We are not sponsored in any way, right? So we train on our money. Yeah, we have to go to work, then we go to train, right? Like basically like everybody, yeah. Then we have to travel to competitions for our money. We have to pay entry fees for our money, right? And I really don't see the point of me asking someone if I can go to competition if I'm training on my own and I have to pay everything for my own, right? So that was my answer. And then in a couple of days, I got back the email again that in the light of the new informations, we are seeing this this procedure as not important or something like that. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember it exactly, but basically this is what happened, right? And I think they would go through with it, but at that time here in Slovakia, that was like a lot of people looked into it because it sounded like a bullshit, right? As I'm telling you now, I guess you don't have something like that in your country, right? If you go to, let's say you want to go out from Sweden, I don't know where is the closest one for you, like where you go to competition. Yeah, and then your association will ask you, why did you go there without asking us if you can go there, right? It's a little.
from my experience, we have never had that type of issue because in Sweden we have like if you want to compete, that is totally fine. And if they want to compete at WEF, they strongly recommend not to, but they are free to do that if they choose to do that. So we don't necessarily have that type of issue here in Sweden than you guys have in Slovakia.
And I think that's the way it should be, because listen, if they sponsored us in any way, like even if they just paid like 5% of the fees that we go, I don't have problem of telling them, oh, you know, this on this date there is a competition, I want your permission. If they really did something for us, then I wouldn't see a problem in it. But this is, I feel like it's crazy, you know. It's like, why should I ask somebody to permit if I'm paying for everything myself?
Especially when the type of a tournament that you are under in is under the same banner. I mean, if it was in a PAL, WAL, IFA, and all of that, then I can understand why they are asking.
I understand that too. I think that is also crazy, but I would understand that too. Like I understand there are problems between those organizations, so I wouldn't really wanna budge into it, but I still think I should be free to go there if I want to go. But I understand that. But this was under WAF, so it wasn't like we were breaking some rules or something. It was strict. Just why didn't you ask, or why didn't you tell us you go there? So like they have give us permission, you know. So that happened, right? And that was the year I wanted to go to World. Yeah, and we have here in Slovakia, you have to like, we have specific stuff that you have to go do for you to be nominated for Worlds. Like you have to nominate for nationals first, and then you make the team. And but we have also like few extra rules. Like you have to compete at least 4 times in Slovakia that year, and it's maybe not 4, but we have that rule. Like you have to have specific amount of competition in that year for you to go to Worlds, right? And one of those rules is also like we have representation meetings. Like the team that is chosen to go to Europeans or Worlds have to meet few times in some specific places. Here in Slovakia is usually Prešov or Orava, which is both is completely opposite side than where I live, right? But that wasn't really important on the specific case that I want to talk about. So they set the date for one representation meeting on the same day that Armwars was happening. So I knew the thing that happened with the Hungary competition that I was telling you about. So I decided I'm going to let them know this time because I really wanted to go to Worlds that year. So I didn't want to make any problem. So I specifically sent them email. On this and this date, I have to travel to UK for Armwars. So I won't be able to attend this representation meeting. In this way, I'm also letting you know I'm going to be competing on the Armwars, right? I never got any answer back, but from my standpoint, I let them know I went there, right? So then the Worlds, I went to Armwars, I came back, everything was fine. I got my ass beat by Mindaugas, right? And like month or 2 maybe went by. I don't remember the specific times, but like some time went by, and they were letting us know like the amount of money we have to pay this time for going to World, right? Like the fee that you have to pay. So they told me they have to pay the specific amount. I remember that it was around 700 euros or something like that. And on top of that, they were like, but you are getting feed 100 euros extra for not attending this meeting.
What? 300 euros?
100. But it doesn't matter for, like, I even explained it this way. If it was €1, I wouldn't pay it. Because I feel it doesn't make any logic. It's fucked up for me to like getting, you know what I mean?
Really does not make any sense at all.
Listen, if it was like, okay, I qualified for the Worlds, I'm in a representation team, and they are paying for us to go there, I would understand. Give me fees. I didn't make this, or I wasn't at this meeting where I supposed to be because I was somewhere else. I would understand. But if I have to anyway pay the whole fucking trip and entry fees for World and everything, what's the point of like
What's the
giving
point
me
of going then?
giving me the fee, like 100 euro fee? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not the point of going. I understand. Like my only problem with the situation is this: if I'm paying everything on my own, then I don't think that association, and I'm already qualified, right?
Mhm.
Then I don't think the association who should have any say over giving me fees for not attending some stupid like meeting or something where we don't really do anything. So it's just like a meeting. We've been there. We're going home.
Mhm. Man, there really is a complicated situation. It is almost like they are. It is almost like they are using the situation to earn some extra money from you guys.
It looks like that. And also, I want to point out that my problem with it is just pure like from the principle, because I don't really like. It's for me. It seems like sort of a bullying of the athletes. I think association have to realize that they need us. We don't need really them.
Mhm. As it should be.
What I, if you understand what I'm saying, because also I want to point out that I wasn't only one that was told to get a fee.
Mhm.
Okay, so there were more people that had to skip that meeting, and they told them that they are getting 100 euro fee. And I'm not sure if they ever asked them for those, because I know they went to Worlds, and I'm not sure if they really got the fee at the end of the day. So it's maybe that I'm too hard-headed, but I still think it's for me. It's just, as I'm saying, it's just a pure matter of a principle. I don't think they should even start with the feeing athletes for competing somewhere when they want them somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Have any control over that. That's the thing I wanted to add, because I didn't get fined for going to Armos. I got fined for not attending the meeting that was supposed to be the same day here in Slovakia.
Ah.
So this is the thing that I wanted to like really fix, because Ivan wrote it that I got fined for going to Arm Wars, and that's why I skipped World. So I didn't really. I went to Arm Wars, and that's why I had to skip the meeting. And that's why they wanted to fine me when we were going to World. Like, if you want to go to World, you would have to pay extra 100. And that's why the World, it's not the matter of money. Like, the 100 euro wouldn't kill me, but I just refused to pay it.
This is exactly why we needed to hold the federation leaders accountable, because if we do not speak our minds on this, dirty practices that they are going to be doing are going to be doomed to continue. So
this is why I said that I'm not really sure of me being in a video is a smart idea, because nobody really wants to talk about it. And then when I'll be the only one that stick my nose out, fuck it. You know what? Let's pause it. Somebody have to start it. I really didn't want it to like stick my head out, because then the whole association will, well, this will sound like stupid, but like go after me, and I really don't want, because we have like here in Slovakia, the shit that really can happen. Like, we have a guy that is in an argument with some people in the team that is running association. So this guy traveled from one corner of Slovakia to another for a competition, right? And he was registered the day before, because we have online registration if you want to compete, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to send your weight category name, date of birth, stuff like that, like the basic info, right? So they knew he's coming. They let him come. He even waited in. He paid the fees. He was in there with his brother for an hour. And then the guys from the association came, and they're like, okay, we are not letting you compete. You can pack your shit and go home.
What?
Yeah.
That is so disrespectful. Oh my god. Oh.
So I don't know what was behind their argument, but I still don't think if they knew they should at least let him know to not come.
Hmm.
You know, so maybe they had an argument, something political, where he really couldn't compete, but which I don't think it's the case. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They should at least let him know to not come, because he spent a lot of money on traveling. he killed his day, you know.
I don't know if you have been following what happened to me during at EuroArm 2019 in Lutraki.
No, maybe I did, but I don't remember. Try to tell me.
Yeah, I made a very solid criticism video because me and Jonna Blinde was going over there, and we had really bad experience with all of it because I was checking out the entire venue, and I was just like, if this is the standard that they are using, I am really shocked. So I did a criticism video of the entire thing, and Mircea Simneshko himself contacted me 4 in the morning and said something in the lines of, let's see, I thought you were a good guy, but you are just an ass kisser for Masarenko. From now on, you have to ask us for permissions to either take pictures or film at our events. Disgusting.
So you can't really have criticism on any event, right? But how do the heads of the association expect their association to grow if there can't be any criticism?
That is exactly my point. Because I do get when somebody has their full-time job with this. So I have been talking to some arm wrestlers, and they can't really say anything, but they are fully aware of the shenanigans that is going on. Because if they are talking, if they are speaking their minds on this, they are in risk of losing their full-time job. So I do understand that aspect of it. But at the same time, if you do not hold your leaders accountable and give your solid criticism of what is actually going on, you will not have the opportunity to grow as a federation. And what Mircea and Asen has turned the WF, the whole organization, into is a corporation. Although they are saying that it's a non-profit organization, they are still using the arm wrestlers as yearly returning money bags, and they are earning tens of thousands of euros every single year because of it.
Yeah, if that's the case, then that's fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really see that deep in the WAF stuff. I'm not really informed about this situation, so I guess my opinion about it isn't really valid. But if this is the case, then it's really fucked up.
Yeah, it is fucked up. That is why I'm trying to bring as much awareness to this as humanly possible, because the other YouTube content creators do not even dare to touch this type of a subject because
they're scared to get banned. Everybody's getting banned left and right now, so you are scared to even say something because some man-child could ban you from entering some kind of event where you want to meet. So you can't really, for you as a competitor, the only thing that is important or should be important is where can I meet my strongest opponent. And then you're scared to say something about some event because they can ban you and then destroy your chances of meeting with your opponent. Where that's the only thing that should matter to you. So I think that's why people are scared to say something.
Yes.
They need us. It's not like we need we need them, the competition, but they without us won't exist. We are here without them.
Exactly. People are reaching out to me privately and say the job that I am doing is really helpful, and they are envy me because of all of the bullshit that I have to put up with, especially with some of the people that are over there. As I said previously, we needed to hold our leaders accountable, and if we do not have the changes necessary about this, nothing is gonna change.
I fully agree with you on this. I fully agree.
So that is why I said in my previous video when I was explaining my side of the story when I made my EuroArm 2019 criticism, was that don't be scared of being threatened of a ban. Just stick your ground and hold your leaders accountable. That is my main motivation as well, that I wanted to put out to a lot of athletes out there, because if we don't make our voice heard, as I said previously, nothing is gonna change.
But I really don't understand the point of view of the person in charge. If what you did, because I never, again, I'm gonna state my opinion, but I never really heard your video about it. But if all you gave was a constructive criticism of the event, I don't understand why you should apologize or why it should get you into trouble.
Exactly.
I mean, they should welcome this criticism and get better from it.
Mm-hmm. And I also said in the video, if I did get some things wrong, I will happily admit that I got some things wrong. And all Mircha needed to do, if he was even the slightest of a professionalist, he should have contacted me personally and said like this, hey man, I saw your criticism video, we appreciate it, but we need to clarify on a few things
Exactly.
that led to this complicated situation. That's all he needed to do. And I would like to thank Filip Hritz to making this video, because it's a very brave thing to do for him to come out and talk about the shenanigans that are going on over the website of the organization. And I would also encourage you guys to do the exact same thing. Do not be scared of having the threat of being banned by these overgrown man-childs that are running the website of the federation. Stand your ground and make your voice heard. Hold your leaders accountable. I should almost make that as a shirt, I don't know. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notification. And if you want to support my work whenever I'm exposing the corruption that is going on over at the WF, please consider becoming a member. Your support is highly appreciated. And have a nice day. Stay safe, don't be a surpuppa. Keeping awesome. Take care.